It is Tuesday night, the 13th of January, almost 6 o'clock, 5:57. You're having a look at Messier 77 with a beautiful little edge-on galaxy off here. I am going to make another run at the NGC 1000 to 1049 series tonight, just for the effort of it, and what a very nice spiral galaxy this is. However, it looks like I've got to spend a little time focusing. However, we've gotten 14 stacks, which means the stars are pinpointy enough that we're getting good stacks. Here is our 75x view of Messier 77 pushing on to NGC 1000. Okay, NGC 1000 is a galaxy in Andromeda, pushing it up to 75x, magnitude 15.5, 0.8 by 0.8 arc minutes, compact, 196 million light years distant. Seeing some galaxies here in the field. There's a faint diffuse one there. This is a compact, so basically it would appear more like an elliptical. It's at right ascension 2 hours, 38 minutes, 49 seconds, plus 41 degrees, 27 minutes, 35 seconds. I'll push it up just a little bit, and then we shall bail. NGC 1001 was a galaxy just across the border into Perseus. Its magnitude 14.5, 0.7 by 0.3 arc minutes, possibly here. 218 million light year distance spiral with a lowercase bc. 2 hours, 39 minutes, 12 seconds, plus 41 degrees, 40 minutes, 17 seconds. NGC 1003 is centering up quite nicely. Oops, no, don't do that. And right in the center of the field, I did realign the scope, had to change the battery out, had all kinds of complications out of that in the Gemini 2 system. But this is a beautiful galaxy, NGC 1003. Perseus, magnitude 11.4, 5.7 by 2.2 arc minutes, spiral with a lowercase c, spreads out its core lights significantly. 35 million light years distant, RA2 3916, declination plus 40, 5220. Let's push it up a little bit and then give it a chance and bail. Okay, the plan for this evening is to rush through all these because I don't want to have to start looking through a roof try. NGC 1004, galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 12.7, 1.4 by 1.2 arc minute elliptical, 290 million light years distant, RA2 3741 with a declination of plus 1 degree, 58 minutes, 29 seconds. Let's just stall here at our 75x view. There's our galaxy with an even brighter one up into the north and the east. NGC 1005 is a galaxy in Perseus, magnitude 14.5, should be quite visible overhead, 0.9 by 0.4 arc minute lenticular spiral. 202 million light years distant. RA is 2 hours, 39:27 with a declination of plus 41. 2934, probably this sweetie right there. NGC 1006 is a galaxy in Cetus. It's also 1010, magnitude 13.6, 0.9 by 0.8 arc minute. Spiral with a lowercase c, 208 million light years distant. RA2 3734, declination minus 11:01:33. You can see it quite nicely. NGC 1007, galaxy Cetus, magnitude 15.5, 0.6 by 0.2, should look a little edgy on, even though it's faint. Spiral with a bar and a ring, 312 million light years distant, RA2 3752, declination plus 20918. 100 had a neighbor, 10088, galaxy Cetus, magnitude 13.6, 0.8 by 0.6 arc minutes, 295 million light years distant, RA2 3755, declination plus 20445. And another neighbor, NGC 1009, galaxy Cetus, magnitude 14.4, beautiful edge-on ratio, 1.4 to 0.2, 7 to 1, spiral with a lowercase b, core should be visible, 263 million light years distant, RA2 3819 with a declination of plus 2, 1834. Got to give you the brighter version, the more magnification version. I think that's our baby right there. All these galaxies have been pretty much due south. Same with NGC 1011. Galaxy Cetus, magnitude 15.6 by 0.6, spire with a lowercase a, probably this baby right there. 217 million light years distant, RA 23738, declination -11, aught 21. Here we should be seeing NGC 1012. It's magnitude 12. Galaxy in Aries, probably not too many more in Aries. You can see the galaxy quite obviously there. 2.5 by 1.1 arc minute, spire with lowercase a, 44 million light years distant, means this is pretty small, maybe 25,000 light years in diameter. RA 23914, declination +30, 0905. Back down into Cetus for NGC 1013, galaxy magnitude 14. 0.8 by 0.6 arc minute, spire with a lowercase a, 369 million light years distant, probably puts it about 90,000 light years in diameter. RA 23750, declination -11, 30, 26. Okay, we're off again to NGC 1017. This is another galaxy in Cetus. Magnitude 14, 0.7 by 0.6 arc minutes, a fainty there. Irregular galaxy, 217 million light years distant, maybe 60,000 light years diameter. RA 23749, declination -11 degrees and 39 seconds. NGC 1018, galaxy Cetus once again, magnitude 15, but probably more like magnitude 14, since it's a spire with a bar of the lenticular class A. That would be its visual magnitude, 14. 591 million light years distant means this baby is probably almost 180,000 light years in diameter. RA 23810, declination -9, 3241, pushing it up a little bit. A mountain ran away on me, so I might have forgotten which NGC it was. This is 1019, Galaxy Cetus, magnitude 13.5, 1 by 0.9 arc minute, classic size for a 13th magnitude galaxy. S, spiral with a bar, lowercase bc, 324 million light years distant, puts about the size of the Milky Way. RA 23827, declination +1, 5426. Okay, not far from 1019 was NGC 1020, another galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 14.1. Edgy on, 0.8 by 0.2 arc minute lenticular spiral. Look for it. 2 hours, 38:44, declination +2 degrees, 13 minutes and 50 seconds. Push it a little. There we have our view. 20 had a neighbor at NGC 1021. Galaxy, look for it. I'm going to have to navigate to it on the handset. 1021, I believe, was slightly fainter than NGC 1020. Magnitude 14.2, Galaxy in Cetus, 0.7 by 0.5, spiral with a lowercase bc, 258 million light years distance, 238.47, declination +2 degrees, 13 minutes. Okay, we should have a brighty here in... Okay, we should have a brighty here in Cetus, a galaxy, magnitude 11.1, 2.6 by 2.5 arc minutes, maybe a bit small for such a bright galaxy. Spiral with a bar, lowercase a, 64 million light years distant, probably puts it about 40,000 light years in diameter. Pushing up the magnification. RA 23832, declination -640, 39. Okay, there's a beautiful edge-on galaxy here, but we're looking for NGC 1023, and that's it. Galaxy in Perseus. Beautiful view. I'll center it up. Magnitude 9.4 should have been discovered by Messier. 8.1 by 3.4 arc minutes. It's an elliptical 7 with some peculiarities. So 33 million light years distant puts it at about 75,000 light years in diameter. RA 24023 with a declination of +39, 0346. That's a good view, and let's go on. Give it a chance to take a break there, and that's our sweetie view. 1023 had a neighbor. Let's go ahead and push the magnification up a little bit. I didn't actually navigate to it. Look for a 13.8 magnitude galaxy, 1.3 by 0.7 arc minutes. It's an irregular with a capital B, which means it has a bar, 41 million light years distant. RA 24037, declination plus 390328. NGC 1024 is a galaxy in Aries, magnitude 12.1, kind of large for a 12, 3.9 by 1.5 arc minutes, spiral with a lowercase ab. Some 158 million light years distant, means it's larger than Messier 31, RA 23911 with a declination of plus 1050. 59. I do believe we're seeing a galaxy right there. It has a beautiful other edge on at that location nearby. We'll probably get to it soon. Okay, we're now about 12 minutes into this video. This is a quickie. I've been rushing through it because I don't want to lose too much to the roof try. NGC 1026, Galaxy Cetus, magnitude 12.6. 2 by 1.8 arc minutes, lenticular spiral, 188 million light years distant, larger than our Milky Way, right ascension 23919, declination plus 63237. NGC 1027 was an open cluster too far north in Cassiopeia. This is NGC 1028, a galaxy in Aries. We're looking for magnitude 15.5, kind of edgy on, 0.9 by 0.3 arc minutes. This is more likely our candidate there because it's fainter. Spiral with a bar, lowercase c, 383 million light years distant, RA 23937 with a declination of plus 105036. Let's make sure we get that 50% zoom. A little ways away from 1028 was NGC 1029, galaxy in Aries, magnitude 13.1, 1.4 by 0.4 arc minutes. That looks promising. Spiral lowercase a, 163 million light years distant, maybe 70,000 light years diameter, RA 23936 with a declination of plus 104734. Let's make sure we get that 75x view. Okay, we're off to NGC 1030, another galaxy in Aries, a little more distant. Magnitude 13.2, 1.6 by 0.7, 2 to 1, SBC, 2.5 times removed, 384 million light years distant, puts this one at about the size of Messier 31 at 150,000 light years, RA 23950, declination plus 180126. And there is our 75x view. NGC 1032 is another galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 11.6. Oh yeah, it's popping. 3.4 by 1.1 arc minute, apparently sized, spiral lowercase a, 120 million light years distant, means it's probably about 120,000 light years in diameter. RA 23923 with a declination of plus 10535, pushing it a little bit. There's our 150x view. NGC 1033 is another galaxy in Cetus. Whale's got a lot in its belly. Magnitude 14, 1.2 by 1 arc minute. 327 million light years distant, about a little larger than our Milky Way. RA 24016 with a declination of minus 84637. And here's our view with, of course, a satellite passing through. Okay, we do have our diffraction light off the power line for NGC 1034, galaxy in Cetus. Magnitude 14, 0.9 by 0.7 arc minute, irregular. 67 million light years distant, RA 23813, declination minus 154834. NGC 1035 is a galaxy in Cetus. Ooh. See if that's the case. Yeah, magnitude 12.2, 2.2 by 0.6 arc minutes. It looks very comatose to me. Spiral lowercase c, 53 million light years distant, RA 2, 3929, declination minus 80758. Off to NGC 1036, a galaxy in Aries, magnitude 13.2, 1.5 by 1.1 arc minute, with just a peculiar galaxy, 38 million light years distant, very small. I don't even know how to calculate it. I would say it's probably somewhere around 15,000 light years in diameter. RA 24029, declination plus 19, 1749. Okay, NGC 1037 is another galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 14.5, 1.1 by 0.4 arc minutes. I think it's easily identified there. Spiral with a bar in lowercase b, 380 million light years distant, right ascension 23758, declination minus 15039, and that capital B means it's only got 2 spiral arms. NGC 1038, a galaxy once again in the Whale, magnitude 13.4, 1.2 by 0.4 arc minutes. Spiral with a lowercase a, it's 272 million light years distant, means it's probably about 80,000 light years in diameter. RA 24006 with a declination of plus 13030. And we'll push it up a little bit and move on. Okay, what we're seeing here is NGC 1039. It's an open cluster in Perseus, magnitude 5.2, about 35 arc minutes in size, so it pretty much fills the screen there. 100 plus stars, magnitude brightest is magnitude 7.3. It's a class 2-3, meaning it's number 3 means disparate magnitudes. 2 means fairly easy to make out against its background. 1600 light years distant, RA 24205, declination plus 42, 45, 42, and Charles Messier would have made it number 34 on his list. NGC 1040 is a galaxy in Perseus. It's also NGC 1053, magnitude 12.9. Ooh, got a brilliant core. Makes sense when you 1.7 by 0.8 arc minutes, a lenticular spiral, 224 million light years distant. RA 24312 with a declination of plus 4130. And there is our high magnification view at 150x. Okay, we're off to Cetus once again for NGC 1041 galaxy. Magnitude 14, 1.7 by 1.3. It is a lenticular with a bright core, 315 million light years distant, probably as large as Messier 31. RA 24025 with a declination of minus 5, 26, 25. Pushing the magnification and bailing. Okay, NGC 1042 is that very faint ghostly galaxy in the middle of the screen. Let's see this, magnitude 11, 4.9 by 4 arc minutes. Spiral with a bar in a lowercase c, 60 million light years distant, right ascension 24023 with a declination of minus 8, 2601, and we are getting pretty decent skies tonight. And there is our final 150x view. NGC 1043 is a galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 15.5, 0.9 by 0.2 arc minutes. Everything seems to be shifting in this direction, so I'll do it anyway. Spiral with a lowercase b, 305 million light years distant, RA 24046 with a declination of plus 1, 2033. NGC 1044 is another galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 13.2, 0.5 by 0.5 arc minutes, pretty condensed. Spiral with a lenticular class, but it has peculiarities. 283 million light years distant. It's probably no more than 40,000 light years in diameter. RA 24106, declination plus 8, 44, 16. Let's push it a little bit before bailing. NGC 1045, another one of those galaxies in Cetus. You can tell by the background, of course, the luminosities down south. Magnitude 13, 2.3 by 1.2 lenticular spiral, 205 million light years distant, maybe 125,000 light years in diameter. RA 24029 with a declination of minus 11, 16, 41. NGC 1046, guess where? In Cetus, magnitude 13.8, 0.4 by 0.4 arc minutes. Kind of small, but I think you can see it. Could be, that's not this one. This one's too edgy on. Centered up really good, though. Lenticular spiral, 268 million light years distant, 24112 RA, declination plus 8, 4309. pushing the magnification and heading out. NGC 1047, another galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 15, 1.3 by 0.6. Spire with a lowercase a should have a fairly bright core, but kind of small. Magnitude 59 million light years distant. This baby's no more than 20,000 light years in diameter. RA 24032 with a declination of -80849. Push it up a little bit and head out. Well, we didn't have an NGC 1048, but we have a 1048A. Galaxy in Cetus, magnitude 14.5, 0.7 by 0.4 arc minutes, but very distant. So we can excuse its apparent size. 517 million light years means it's probably about 125,000 light years in diameter. Spire with a bar in lowercase bc. Right ascension 24035, declination -83249. Let's push it a little bit. Get that 100x view, also showing a previous galaxy. There's a pair right there, and that's probably A and maybe B, or A and no letter. I was right. That's an NGC 1048B, magnitude 14, 1 by 0.3. So this is the edge on here. Makes sense because this is further east. That was 48A. Galaxies in Cetus, magnitude 14. Spire with a bar, lenticular lowercase a, 506 million light years distant. With this sweetie, about 170,000 light years in diameter. RA 24037, declination -83201. A nice view of all these fine galaxies. The sky is so clear tonight. How clear is it? Well, we've just dropped down into Fornax. For NGC 1049, a globular cluster. Let's see if we can make it out. Let me tell you some data about it. You can search for it while I do so. It's a globular cluster. It's -34 degrees, 15 minutes, 28 seconds outside of my normal zone. RA is 23948. It's a magnitude 12.6 globular cluster, 1.2 by 1.2 arc minutes in size. I'm going to sweep a little bit. This baby is 460,000 light years distant. I'm going to back out because I may not been able to frame it. So let's have a sweep around in here and see if you can make it out. This won't be our Carpe Noctem view. We're only 23 minutes and change into this series. We will have a look maybe at Messier 1 before we bail. One more sweep. There we go. Okay, how about this for a 30-second stacked, single stack view so far of Messier 1 that's supernova remnant in Taurus, magnitude 8.4. I think it went off sometime around the 14th century. 8 by 4 arc minutes in size, 6,300 light years distant. RA is 53431 with a declination of +22 degrees and 52 seconds. Let's do some zoomage on it, and then maybe what we're going to try is a 60-second exposure. I want those controls to disappear. Please disappear from the screen. There we go. There is our 30-second exposure, perfectly round stars, and some coloration in Messier 1. Let's go for that 60-second view now. Okay, what you're seeing here is the last view. It just included this 30-second stack, and I'm going to let it run, but I'm going to pause the recording for a second until we get our second stack at 60 seconds. Okay, here is our 60-second stack, and we'll push this up to 75x. We're getting distension on the stars, however, so not quite as good. But we're seeing a little more depth into the texture of Messier 1. And with that, I was going to go for 90 or a 2-minute exposure, but now that we're getting distension on stars, probably not a good idea. However, I will say this. We've now gone the 10,000 to 1049. I attempted this the other night, but I got out a little bit late. And the result was we got a lot of blockages with the roof trying and later higher, more northerly studies. What I'll do tomorrow is I'll attempt to do, if we get good weather, I'll attempt to do 1050 to 1100, and that'll be the first thing in the evening. So we're not going to end up having roof blockages with that because it'll be further to the east in terms of right ascension. So we should be able to capture everything in the 1050 to 1099 series. But a lot of that will depend on sky conditions. So with that, I am going to say Carpe Noctem.